Greetings. Well, I just finished reading this little book called 13 Love Spells. Witchcraft Love Spells That Work. I purchased this Kindle book this afternoon, and it was an interesting read, I'll say. Let's see if we can't help can't do much about the formatting. It is what it is. But really the formatting is the least of the concerns in this book. Honestly, the much bigger concerns in this book come from the material that's inside of it. Just at random, I picked 5 phrases out of this book and Googled them to see what would happen. 3 of them came up verbatim and just happened to be the exact same as the paragraphs around them. So clearly this was a book put together by copying and pasting various sources from the internet, and I assume from books too. So putting aside the issue of copying other writers' materials without their permission, if we just focus on the book as it is, and we assume that this is all original material, it's incredibly poorly assembled. In places it doesn't even make sense. It just jumps from one topic to another. It's called 13 Love Spells, but the spells are just this tiny little section at the very back of the booklet. Most of this is copy and paste of a variety of different Wicca 101 things. The author, I use the term lightly, the author has gone through and changed a lot of other words to the word witch throughout the document. So it may be a copy and paste from another source that maybe was talking about the Celts, and so she changed Celts to witches. So a lot of times grammatically it doesn't make sense either. The layout is just absolutely terrible. Huge gaps in places, other places where the text runs together. Obviously nobody edited this because the topics just jump all around. It's really a mishmash. It's really a jumble. And most of it is really not thought out at all. The information is just stuffed in there by someone who clearly doesn't understand what the original author was actually saying. So a bunch of things have been copied and pasted together because the words kind of sounded like they went together, but if you look at their meaning, they don't. So throughout the book, the meaning jumps all over the place. And yeah, it has the word witch over and over and over again, but that's it. There is no bibliography. There are no sources cited whatsoever, with a couple of exceptions. There are 2 places where essentially the author admits plagiarism by saying, I took this from Scott Cunningham, I took this from Christopher Pinczak. There's not an appropriate citation, and it goes way beyond the scope of fair use. So that's just kind of self-admitted plagiarism within the booklet itself. But beyond that, there are things quoted from all over the internet, all sorts of references, everything from Wikipedia to reference.com, individuals' websites, just things copied and pasted from all over the place, but assembled very poorly and without much understanding at all. And then when you get to the very end, no bibliography. No citations, even though the author even says, here, I took this from Scott Cunningham. There's no Scott Cunningham listed at the back of the book, not even in the recommended reading section. There's one book by Christopher Pinczak, which is heavily borrowed from in this book. And it says, read this Christopher Pinczak book, and you really feel like that was just stuck in, because all the other books are by the same supposed author. So my recommendation would be stay away from any books written by this person. If this is the kind of schlock that they're going to put out for the rest of us, $2.99 I paid for this. You can't get refunds on this, so I'm stuck with it forever. So thanks a lot. I would love to get my $3 back for this, but that will just never happen. So I hope that I can save you $3. So good luck. Tons of good books out there. I'll go with one thing that was said in here. Go read a book by Christopher Pinczak if you're interested in witchcraft. That's a much better place to go and a much better place to spend your money. And you never go wrong with Scott Cunningham.